The fire
again,
in ID's eyes.
the biggest thing is we're seeing so many positional changes because we have KGB and Waz in there, and they have played before in the past, but not like this particular roster, I don't believe. Yeah. And so, you know, I'm seeing ID doing what I'm used to seeing ID doing. I'm not quite seeing what I'm used to seeing Dehang doing. It's like those two are usually the big pushers.
Yeah. It looks like we're going to be getting ourselves back into game right now as we are into map 2 for Meltdown Bar versus Break. I want to go over to ID off the beginning if I can find it. There we are. Just going to rush out, get himself a yellow, and see what he can do here in the first 30 seconds. But there's an aggressive push.
Bounced. Oh, I think it was even expecting to get that frag. But he's not the sort to get too attached to these fights. He's got his eyes on the goal.
Yeah. Let's have a look what Lincoln's spell is at the moment. As he's in the...
Lincoln's pushing forward. This is nice. He's going to be making his way into the base straight away. KGB is going to be there on the defense. I like KGB in this position, actually. This is good.
We have fairly early power-ups as well. I wonder if the teams are just going to focus on their own. Maybe go for steals later on, but just make it solid at the beginning. It's going to be Wins with a quad and Dehang with the regen.
Yeah. So no steals just yet. Fairly natural items, but as Wins is moving out here, he's going to know by now where Dehang's at. Yeah, he's expecting him. He just needs to make those rails happen, but really the rest of his team needs to be breaking over to the other side. In fact, it's Waz on that side, and he's going to be playing his own flanking position at this point. And there's Waz taking on down once again. And Dehang still has a lot of time left on this regen, but no, he's going to get pulled down, in fact.
Win's not really able to, being able to get too much done in that situation as well. He managed to get towards the enemy base, but not really getting in or doing anything massively constructive just yet. It's all about the pressure at the moment.
KGB not quite getting pulled down just yet, 3-0. ID is already, doing his work. He's 3-5, Waz 2-6. It's Waz's position that's a big question mark for me.
Let's have a look at Waz actually in a moment. He's right next to ID.
Right here. Okay, yeah, he's moving it in. He's going to get rocked on down.
And both the attackers for Break dying on this occasion.
I'll go for that YA, but here's Lincoln to kind of screw that up. But man, those rockets didn't do much to burning off that YA. ID's still capable of moving out here, but no, Lincoln's going to get revenge from the other side of the grave.
There's nice little finishing rocket as well, though, for ID before going down. Zarix under a tiny bit of pressure. How's he going to handle it? Defense was sublime on Ironworks. He is going to fall this time round. And it is ID who's got a bit of a challenge against Tox.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to be setting up as a defensive player, which we already saw today against the Ghost Squad. And Tox was a very formidable defensive player here. Oh, nice, Lincoln.
KGB, that's actually a couple of big shotgun blasts. KGB struggling to do the same amount of damage. Eventually gets him down.
KGB's died once already here.
How's Larynx holding off?
He's 5-4, it's adequate.
Wins has got himself a quad. We've got, wow, we've got double power up at the moment.
Yeah, we do. This is early, and this is the sort of power play that we didn't really see when MD played against Ghost Squad. That they're taking Break to task a little bit here in terms of items, and it's not a great sign that they're able to make this happen so early in the game. This is usually something you expect, like, 6 or 7 minutes in.
Yeah, this is a huge amount of pressure right now. Tox is in, and it's going to get taken out from the left side. Wins now, he's on his own at the moment, and he's going to have a Lincoln with him, finding his way back.
Do a nice stroll through the garden, tiptoeing through the tulips. We're at least over Waz's corpse, trying to back out of here. He's got plenty of health here. He's not going to get railed at any rate, but man, he's getting all the pressure down the stroke point, and he just waited it out. And actually waiting it out got him to hang, but not anybody else. But the flag is still down, now returned.
Some nice little defensive rockets to keep people at bay for a period of time, but they're just going to push through, get the flag back, and not be too much of a threat. Gotta say though, don't hate me for this, but Meltdown looking a little bit more comfortable at the moment.
They are.
No. After the bottom.
I'm not going to say no to facts, man. I kind of agree with that sentiment. And I'm kind of happy for Break that the double item grab didn't really turn into a disaster for them, but it's a clear red flag that they need to be focusing on their own natural item at least.
Yeah, clearly.
But it looks like Lincoln is ready to... he's going to commit. Okay, he saw the yellow armor. He was like, might as well take that if nothing else.
KGB rescuing that that yellow for himself.
And he's been getting a lot of pressure himself. He has died twice. Tox has also died twice here. He's 11-2, while KGB's 13-2. Wins with 2 HP. He doesn't care. Ready to bail.
Oh, he forced him to kill himself, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Just having a body in the right place is worth its own weight, but there's Lincoln getting taken down. And now we have the fight over the item. This is what I've been waiting to see on Jap Castles all day. ID getting that grab, and Dahang, now they have completely turned it around. We've got double items for break. Let's see if this is their break.
Are they able to get into the enemy base at all? I mean, that really wasn't happening a lot before, and actually Dahang's been given the regen, so double power for him, and he is in the base. Wynn's going to go down very quickly. Tox in a world of trouble. It's lasting a long time in there, but the damage has been done. ID, only 100 health. He's going to have to start thinking about how the hell he's going to get out of
I think he's feeling a little abandoned now, but he's being told to go out the other side, and he's going to. There's still a big fight there. There's Lincoln. He's like, do I pull the trigger? Do I make myself known, or do I just get the heck out of here? Only 7 health left, but he's through the door. At least he's got a teammate.
What a rail.
He's railed on down. You sort of expected at this point, really.
But still railing. Is he going to die? Waz is going to drop the flag in the end. MD just about to bring the flag back. That was violently close.
Everybody was on top of it. Just the response time. I mean, you have that clutch rail, sure, to delay the flag a little bit, but I was expecting it to be relayed pretty easily. But 3 guys showed up to send that flag back home.
I feel like they were just trying to fight them off when they were just coming in towards mid, when they could have just backed off. Even though they were passing the flag against 3 players, because they were looking at the mid windows, they weren't really sure where the flag was.
You never know when someone's going to spawn mid and screw you up. Yeah.
Oh, Lincoln only on 10 health. He's gonna be dying this time around.
So this is a similar opening to what we had in Ironworks. This is both incredibly tense teams, very even. You don't generally see a long-term standoff on this map compared to Ironworks. It's a lot more to make that happen. It has happened.
Exceedingly rare.
It is.
A nice little attack hit from Wins, killing a couple of people.
This is good pressure from Break, though. I mean, Wins is fairly weak here. One of those rockets, if it landed anywhere near Wins, would have done the job, but those rockets were going to some other zip code.
I think the death camp there might have caught him. They should know he's in base, but ooh, that he moved over towards Rail, didn't even check. Take us 3.
He's able to steal away. That YA. And dodging those grenades and rockets on the way down. I mean, sure, he's hurting himself about it. Get out, right? There's the rocket jump.
Run out of health though. He tried to do another rocket jump, but he just didn't have enough HP. I think if he just carried on strafing, he would have had a better job of getting around the corner. But well, we have the power of hindsight with it.
Is Waz still alive? No, I guess he died out. Somebody has it.
50 health. Go for
Lincoln with
rocket
it.
jump. Ignore the yellow. Ignore the yellow. Oh, the rail just comes out in time. Wow. But is the flag going to be... No, Wins has managed to pick it up. We have got Dahang, though, with the flag. And he's just moving across to the other side of mid. Wins is in his base already. And Dahang is just walking through his garden. So we have got another cross cap. But the question is, how long is this going to last?
I mean, there's just no real resources in the base for you to really rely on. You got 2 25s in there and 1 yellow armor. And actually splitting that yellow armor up is kind of risky. And at some point, you need to kind of come out of your shell and go up for your item. Otherwise, you lose it all. So this is, I don't think this will last too long. I'm actually just surprised that, you know, as soon as we said it's exceedingly rare for this to happen, here we are. That is what QuakeCon is made of, really.
It's happening in both games now as well of this round.
Of course, they're going to need to farm those YAs. Plant another YA seed, and it'll grow.
They're all playing sort of as pairs.
Right.
Really.
Right. It's good. Lincoln eating that rail. Dahang's in a pretty good spot. Now that said, you can run around with the flag here. You can actually avoid fights if you're playing those upper hallways pretty effectively for a while, or at least run into the arms of your teammates.
They've got a quad there that played for Talks.
That's good. That's good. They actually give it to Wins.
I think he's just going to use it defensively.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Wow. So Dahang just lost a lot of health in this section.
He's going to get back though.
Okay.
So overall, I want to say this is better for Dahang. He's going to be able to enjoy the rewards of that regen a little bit longer.
I think Wins gave it up in the end, actually.
Yeah, well, they kind of had to. I mean, how many bodies are they going to throw at the guy that they know is stacked and has quad? You know, they're going to, all right, give it a few seconds.
I think maybe they were playing a bit too passively. If that was the case, he's just going to hold on to You know, it's a quad for the rest of this time without really getting anything done with it. That leaves me the feeling that they're expecting to be behind at the moment, and they're comfortable that we've got a cross-cap situation.
Wins is actually looking very comfortable to hang. I don't know, I didn't see the fight. Something happened to his regen health. He's in a bit of trouble now.
Check the hang for a short while longer.
Here comes Lincoln. It's hard to get those rockets as they come up the stairs, but there's that last one around the corner. Curving it for sure. As we hit our halfway mark, and this is just history repeating itself on a completely different map.
There's a lot of tension for Break, though. They want to get this cap. I mean, if they lose in this cross-cap situation, they're going to feel under an immense amount of pressure to come back in this. They don't want to stop this 10-year streak that America's had in CTF at QuakeCon.
I really want to hammer that.
Yeah, I've got to. That's going to be pretty big. The Euros have been trying to break that kind of record for such a long time.
Oh, shit.
Wow, Meltdown. They're going to take it. The pressure was on them, but the hang just wasn't able to take the pressure from Lincoln and the Zyrinx and Wins.
And once again, they've already got another responsive turnaround grab. It's going to be shut down this time. They've learned their lesson from Ironworks.
I think that's pretty brutal, to be honest, for Break. I'm questioning how much further they can go in this. They've got less than half the game to do it. They really need to push. I'd imagine here shouting coming through the tournament doors in a second.
Hopefully not players. But KGB's got a quad picked up here. And actually, you know, something about these standoffs, I wonder, you know, I'm used to seeing the hang and ID and even KGB to some extent, just like I said, taping down that W button and just playing, you know, on all cylinders all the time. Those standoffs, they really just kill the moves, so to speak.
This is big for Wins, actually. He should be able to destroy the entire base. He's got 2 seconds to kill the hang, and KGB, he finds him, and that is going to be the flag.
That's not going to make mid easy to get through, though. He's able to take away that yellow armor at least, and the hang's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah,
one rocket would triple this completely, but Wiz is just hitting some very nice rails.
That's what I love about Japanese castles. Sure, you cleared the base set, now you've just made your exit even more difficult.
Yeah, they just had him surrounded in the end. Too much information was being given to Break.
Which is a good save from Break at this point. Got 8 minutes to pull that cap back. It's just one cap, but we saw how much work went into getting it. This is what means a lot at this point.
Wins is beasting at the moment, basically 1v2ing in Break space, killing the defenders. He's been very good at picking up armor in the mid sector. And now he's just waiting. He's got a teammate in front of him. Can Lincoln clear forward?
To let him know that, yep, this is still a choke point. That hasn't changed. Still a crappy place to be. Oh, wow, that angle on that rail, too. Communication, he's coming through. Wow.
Lincoln.
Well done.
That was very quick, though, to get back through the mid doors and take him down. I think Lincoln, had he half a second longer, he would have had the flag and be on his way out extremely fast. That was a tight shot.
55% for Lincoln here. He's going to be getting that quad as well. Moving back through the garden, wanted to clear this open. He's looking for backup, though. He's yelling around, wondering where he can apply this quad most effectively. We got the hang getting his own quad, double quad right now. We haven't seen that happen too often just yet.
I think KGB might go and attack here. He's like, okay, KGB, you go attack. I'll take the base for you. There's going to be one rail from Wins, which is going to be pretty annoying. But they've got longer in this quad than Meltdown do, as the power-up was later on. There's another rail coming in. I think KGB might just want to back off in a second. It's fairly defensive in the end, but I don't think intentionally so.
It's a shutdown run, that's for sure.
Only one frag with it.
Yeah. That's the nature of Japanese castles. Everybody you kill on your way to or from the flag is just going to get in your way once again. It's very hard to remove problems like that. But we're at just about the 14-minute mark, 6 left to play with, and Break hasn't really broken out of their shell in a little while. We got Waz here, and he's actually going to get something pulled off. Okay. And Zyrinx is going to be ready on the defense. I like this position a lot. He has one of the 25s at least to take out well. And Waz is actually coming from behind. Good response on that, but again, it's so hard to hit those rockets on that staircase. Lincoln on the other side of the map sneaking in, and...
Oh dear. Maybe that was a good thing in the end, though. There's a railer at the top.
Yeah. I meant to do that. Yeah.
The hang being very aggressive, though.
Completely intentional. Meanwhile, I kind I want to take a look at Waz. He's actually broken in. He's got armor. He's got that YA. He's got Toxic to work against. He's getting some decent shotgun off, but
wow.
yep. There's Wins going, oh, yeah. Time to nip that in the bud. So final quarter coming up.
This is not a lot of time for Break to do this. I'm actually extremely concerned. My voice might get a bit gravelly though if the Europeans are looking like to win this map, Jahar. Just want to warn you about that.
It's okay.
Yeah. You're not getting the fear?
No, Fear's still in my back pocket. You know, he's going to do well. I like from ID. He's going to be soaking up this. Ooh, Toxic. He was out there. Okay. Out in the garden.
They got double power up actually.
Yep.
So the hangs are pretty good.
It's the second time that Break has stolen away the power up.
But if he could go into the enemy base with ID, that'd be brilliant. He's lost all of his armor, but
this is such a power play. This is going to be incredibly difficult to take down.
Sure,
unless Lincoln comes from the rear and completely distracts the Hang. No, the Hang, keep your eye on the prize. ID is going to be left there alone, wondering where his other teammates are. But no, it's a party. Everybody's in here. Waz has the flag. He has a little bit of armor. Crawling up the stairs, dodging rockets. Toxic, he's not going to have a great stack. The rocket jump is good, and he's out. He can't rocket jump again. He has to take the slow way back through the garden.
Go, go, go. There's one more player here. Lincoln,
there.
What can he do? He's going to try and
None of the rails connect, and Waz is going to be able to make it in. Is anyone on the other side? Yes, there's two of them. Tox is knocked down. There's all three, and there it is, tying it back up 1-1.
So, the fear's gone now, Jahar?
I believe.
You believe.
4 minutes, and this is
that was so necessary though for Break. That's gonna be the weight of the world off their shoulders, or at least partially so.
Those 4-man pushes, you know that at some point you need them to break the stride of the enemy team, but they're so risky. If they go sideways, you lose the rest of the map. You know, it's very hard to get that control back.
MD were desperately trying to defend as hard as they possibly could. They were throwing so many lives at that defense.
All comes back to that double regen. I mean, being able to steal away those items is such a key component of playing Jack Castles.
One regen isn't really a threat usually, because it usually means there's going to be a quad on the other side, which can be used quite well.
And
I thought that 2 regens could be still a little bit of a numb push.
I don't know. They actually they positioned it well. They made it so that they had to both be taken care of at the same time, or not at all.
They were both pretty stacked by the time they got to their base, and with the map, which is fairly short of resources.
It's not going to happen this time, though. Wins on that quad. He doesn't look like he wants to die with it. ID wants to take it away from him, though, and KGB is going to be on his own regen.
I think KGB should play this one defensively. It's up to Zarek to basically land a rail on his face.
You think they should push for that OT?
I'm not sure if OT yet, because we're going to have another lot of power-ups, where I think if you got a regen, you know they've got quads, and you just want to make sure you handle it well. But nothing's really happened with that.
That's okay.
The Hang just played it defensively, and Zyring's kind of just stuttered in mid, which is fine, because I don't think much would have happened from it anyway.
All right, the Hang just killed 2 aggressive players. He's ready to break out. We've got 2 players on the attack here. He's going to be getting into the room by himself. Does he really want to be here as one man when he's got crossfire on the rockets and the shotgun? Yeah, I think the answer was no.
Waz trying to make a move, and he's got ID coming in there exactly the same time.
There
That's a very nice attack.
Coordination on these attacks is vital.
That's the pincer movement that you want, but a nice little rail from Tox down below. Meltdown trying to cling onto this map. They had such a good first half, but are struggling.
So we're going to have another round of items up here before we potentially go to overtime.
There's a bit of a split on the items.
It's really going to, yeah, there is.
Ow, walking into that grenade rolling along the floor. Now, whoever takes the red power-up might be able to consider getting a double one.
And so is MD going to show up there? I'm actually going to look around.
I think they definitely should.
Toxic is up top.
Not to.
Lincoln is down the corridor. We got Toxic. It's going to have to be him.
Off that rocket. Waz's rockets on Wins was immaculate, but Lincoln now with a touch on this. This is just before the power spawn, but a brilliant rail from Waz. That was game-saving right there.
And Lincoln can show up just in time to solidify their position on their item. IU's down below, but it's going to be a regen.
I guess only got the rail right now.
He doesn't need anything else.
So he's got his own power, it's fine. And you can see he's not really too excited about bringing out far. Wins has a look at what the status is on quad.
It was actually kind of a critical frag because Wins is essentially going to say, hey, don't go right now. Actually, the hang is, okay, they're going for it. They're taking this quad and using it aggressively. Lincoln completely turned around. Can they get into the room cleanly? Can anybody play distraction, play that smoke screen for DeHang as he moves in with his quad rocket? No, I think they all know he's here by this point, but man, they're taking the bait. He's hanging out in the corner. Where's everybody else? I'm sure DeHang is wondering, hey, would be a great time for you guys to move in.
They had him sandwiched, so basically on the other side of Sword Room, they were able to take care of their opponent at the top of bounce.
You can sandwich a sandwich. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, this is going to turn into overtime.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned before, guys, in overtime on the counter flag, this first cap will stop the overtime, but spawn delay will gradually increase. As the minute goes by.
This is again where I would think that the TDM skills for MD really start to shine. Especially in a map like this where you can spawn anywhere pretty much. Glorified TDM map.
With the spawn delay still being quite short, ID is still okay with doing these like crazy attacks and kind of throwing himself at the enemy. And I think a couple
that's going
of
to
minutes,
stop pretty soon.
Yeah, in a couple of minutes it's going to be really sort of each attack has to count.
And honestly, that kind of worries me. I mean, IED is the sort of guy who has to play at 11. I mean, he can't go.
Oh, Lincoln,
he has 2 gears.
That's Waz again, just hitting these crazy rails every time Lincoln is trying to rocket jump. And he's taking quite some speed.
It's still in the field, and Lincoln has it. He's back into the garden. Holy crap, he's got 2 players to escort him back in. Where's it going to come from the other side? There they are, and it's not.
GG.
Gonna happen.
America is not going to get the CTF championship this year. First time since 2004. How do you feel, Jahar?
Dang. I wasn't even here in 2004. 06 was my first year. So this is a first for me.
It's the first time since AAA against All Authority.
Yeah,
they managed to get the title in 2004.
Jeez, man.
And there's still obviously iGamers and averages left. So this doesn't mean that Meltdown's going to win. It just means that right now the finals will be between 2 European
Break isn't
teams.
going to win either, yeah.
And I was expecting that maybe Meltdown could, maybe win over Break in the finals.